Show us your tips. Weekend preview time, Daggy and Beaver with you to look towards a big card at Randwick and a support program at Sandown Hillside after a fantastic day out at Sandown Hillside, Beaver, on Wednesday.
Yeah, the boys were firing, mate. We were cracking on all cylinders, got some great feedback. I think, what was it, 6 from 8? Winners there at the Hillside there, and fill up your boots, mate.
And best in value at at Warwick Farm, just for good measure. So thanks everyone to send in the nice messages. Hopefully you can repeat the dose today. Stick around if it's your first time on board, and subscribe and check out progretracing.com.au, of course, for plenty of winners there. We've got some Friday night tips up there at the moment as well you can check out. But we kick off at Randwick on the Ingham Day, the former Villiers, where the track is good and the rail is in the true. Haven't been there for a bit, but we're heading back there tomorrow. Look, it's pretty dry, so we want to see him making ground, but I've treated the track as fair, and I believe it shouldn't be too scary. Any thoughts on any of that?
No, I think the same, Matt. Hope it plays well, and good day's racing to hopefully find some winners.
We kick off with the Highway 1,000 metre Class 3. Have you had a look at this? Salieri was pretty impressive to the eye last time, eh?
Yeah, it's an interesting affair. Lots of different form lines here as they're coming far and wide in this event, and a pretty open market. It was impressive enough, but up carrying 59 kilos, so big weight. I've gone for Penthouse. Is drawn the widest, but comes in a couple with some scratchings. But I thought the first up run at Ballarat was pretty good behind what I think's got a horse with a little bit of ability. When last in work, it ran third to In Secret, only beaten 2 lengths at Scone in a listed race. I think that's pretty good form lines for a race of this nature. So I think it can run really well with the right run. And I wouldn't leave out my Massara horse, Demetasi.
I was waiting for him.
At double figure odds. I think you would save on that as well. Goes all right.
The second is the Bob Ingham at Midway over the mile, benchmark 72 as always, where, look, there's two key hopes here as the market suggests, but floating Brainham at Newcastle 2 back against a lot of this field, and then went to Rosehill, which was a leader's track, but was just given no chance there. I think back here, Randwick should suit, and we can see a return to form there from Excelidus, who's got the perfect draw. Big day for Brenton Avdulla. He's got a lot of key chances that I've found throughout the afternoon, so hopefully he can respond as such. But I think they're the main two, just from King Rattle, who gets Nash and just had absolutely nothing go right either start this time in. Any thoughts on this?
Yeah, I was the same as you. I'm going to stick with floating. Tipped at last 2 starts. I think you're right. I don't think the track suited, and it was given the best opportunity in sort of a leader-dominated affair last start. Has form against most of these, and I think goes back here, as long as we get to see a little bit of pace, can finish over the top of it.
The Ingham Love Fest continues with the Jack over 1,100 metres, benchmark 72 for the sprinters. Who do you like?
Oh, tough race again. This was really hard. Yeah, and Waller has a couple of the favourites as well, so really hard to line up Bjorn's runners here. I thought I would probably go with Operative, just on the basis that it's won its last 2. Both been in nice style, backed up its maiden win with a nice win at Rosehill. Should go forward and sit close enough to the lead from gate 3, probably just behind it, and will get the chance to produce and be in the finish.
Yeah, I've gone the same way, drawn to get the perfect run here. Off the same setup last time, dry track suits and unbeaten since it's come back. I thought a couple of interesting runners here. One was Ubiquitous that's come out, to take some of the pace speed out of the race. I was trying to work out what it was doing in this field, but I assume it's heading to Sydney somewhere. And $1 Billion Baby, both trials are great. I thought both trials are pretty good here. Comes here, gets a nice draw, and fresh, I think, can run a race at double figure price. So they were the 2 I was sort of looking at now. But tricky race there. The listed Christmas Cup over the 2,400 metres is next. We see them all pop up again, these stayers. I'm going to stick the way I'm going to play this race, I'm going to back Bonny Ezra again. I thought it was pretty good last time out. Nice turn of foot to reel in the favour. I can't quite work out why Dr. Drill's on top. Apparently, some are tipping Abdullah to ride the first four. But Bonny Ezra on top gets Mickey D, which I like. He's flying at the moment and is an each-way price. The two outside of that, Warning gets Nash on and could well go forward and just complete DF here. Might just take up the lead in this race, as it did a couple of preps back at Randwick and won well. And Pale King won at 2,400 on the dry, came back to 2,000, wasn't knocked around after they went past it in the straight, back out to 24, and his $16, I think, is worth another stab here. But tricky race to line up, Beaver. What did you think?
I've actually gone the same as you. I've gone for Bonny Ezra as well. Just warming into this preparation quite nicely, 2/5, and then got up over the 2,000 last start to reel in Dr. Drill, as you said. At Rose Hill, I think the extra 400 only plays further into its favour, gets the good draw, and around the $7 mark presents good value. Thought the main danger was the other horse in winning form, and Gin Martini.
Yeah.
Comes back in distance here, but will stay all day, and it can run well as well.
Yeah, the 32 back was what, it's not always a great recipe, but yeah, it fits in.
Yeah, but it's not a tough field. I think
exactly.
it could just outstay him.
Yep. $500,000 Inglis Nursery comes up next for the 2-year-olds. Anything catch your eye?
Yeah, sticking with the well-backed favourite here, Facile. Lovely jump out, very impressive from the Ryan stable. Drawn well here. Abdullah again. You're right, he's got an amazing card. This horse has trialled very nicely in both trials. Looks to be packed with plenty of potential. If it lives up to that, should be winning.
Agree. And I've got the danger as the one that comes to the race third up off a win, Disneck. That was a pretty nice win last time out. Race experience always invaluable here, and is a price, a nice enough price where you can potentially have a saver on it. Just looking at the market now, the seal's just getting quite short. But yeah, I think they're the two key hopes. But always an angle, always something else that comes out of these 2-year-old races early in the season. The 6 is a benchmark 88 over the 1,200 metres, where I looked at this pretty simply. If Brooks, I know it's coming off a not a great prep, but 2 awesome trials. If Brooks Spy turns up here, it'll absolutely pick these up and carry it, won't it?
That's what I was thinking.
So,
I was thinking along exactly the same lines. Certainly my on-top pick. I know last prep didn't really run up to expectation, but started favourite first up and in a Group 3. So they were expecting big things from it. Put out, didn't come back. If it does here, good chance.
I agree, and around the $5 mark, I think it's a fantastic bet here from the danger is the other best horse in the race, Cur Royale, who did some good stuff last prep. Trials have been quiet but nice, so I'm looking for the fresh blood here. Anything you want to add?
No, that's it, mate. I'm with you.
Cool. The 7th is the Razor Sharp, a listed 1,200 metre race. Again, given I think Waihaha's been a bit disappointing this prep, are you giving another chance, or are you looking elsewhere?
No, I'm going for Brigatini. I've punted Dragonstone.
Yeah, I'm done with it.
That's gone for me. Done with it. Brigatini's been, for me, the horse with the best lead up into this. First up, won very nicely at Randwick, flew home, beat Larkspur Run from, brought back on the turn. Ran nicely again behind Villiana. That was a good run, full of merit, and has since trialled well at Hawkesbury to keep primed for this. Gate 7, 53 kilos, well weighted, will run a huge race.
Yes, agree. It's a key chance here. And then outside them, I'm looking at horses at a price. Najmati just missed the start first up. It was a non-event, back to a dry Randwick with the pace on. Can be the swooper here. 11-11 lost the rider last start, which never helps, obviously. Tick over trial since. Inside gate, I'm hoping can posse up. And another one at a double-figure price that'll run well, I think. And you mentioned Brigantine. So a few go in, a few that I'll cover off in the quarter when we get there. Looking around the favourites, I agree. The $2 million Ingham is the feature, the old Villiers, for a ticket into the Doncaster, I believe it is, Group 2. What a field, eh?
You think?
Well, we know we get these Doncaster big handicaps. You know, we want wide gates, Beaver. So that's what I've gone looking for, and I'm keen on a couple here. One that you've been with, but it's hit the line in great figures without necessarily striking the placings yet. But now gets gate 18 and Nash. That's Skyman. It's 30-1. It'll be hitting the line again here. I think Miles Perfect, third up, and as I said, at 30s, keen to bet. From stablemate of Tissue, coming back up with different form, run well. Chased a Group 1 horse in Banker's Choice last time. Before that, brained a field at Flemington. Again, outside gate, again, double figures. I like it. And there'll be a couple of others that go in the quaddie. Obviously, the gay horses scare me, and I've treated Nugget as not getting a start. But I'm keen to back those Waller horses. I think you can back all three, and they'll give you a sight. I didn't know what to do with Hueta first up, who may well be the best horse, but we'll watch it go round, eh?
How many have to be scratched for Nugget to get a start?
3, I think. Let me just check.
What is it?
Second emergency. So it might get a start. $2 million race.
Yeah.
If it gets a start, then it's close to top pick. But I've treated it as out for now.
Yeah, I think if it gets a start, it's clear top pick. I think it'll beat these. It's just too good for him. But if it doesn't get a start, I certainly think a Tissue can run super well. It was still 2 starts back, was very good, and last start was good again, chasing home Banker's Choice, who I think's packed with plenty of potential. I thought Sunshine Rising, I think it can run well around the $15 mark. Wasn't too bad first up, and I think it'll derive a lot of benefit from that. So I think it's a knockout horse, and you're right. A couple of horses like Cisco Bay and Skyman, I think they can be flashing home late with the wide draws. This is going to be a blanket finish.
Yep, looking forward to it. Keen to bet. Race 9 is the consolation, the Bob and Jack Ingham handicap over 1600. If Nugget's here, it's probably a moral.
Yep.
Is it easy to line up what's after that at all?
I think if it does start here, it is a moral. Gets a 2 kilo claim. 61's fine in this field. If it doesn't, I think your 2 chances are either Cisco Bay or Mahagoni. I think they're the 2 main chances. I think they'll come in and run really well. So Nugget on top, but if it doesn't, Mahagoni is my pick. I think it's been going well in this type of company last few starts, and so I'm leaning.
Cool. Yeah, with favourite out, let's say I'm going to have a throw at the stumps. Jojo was a man coming back home, absolute last chance, and Cisco Bay, Mahagoni, obviously. We wrap up the day with a benchmark 78 over the 1400 metres. I like Nash going on Democracy Manifest. Just been missing. I think Composite a bit closer here. In this race fits really well for it. I think Randwick suits. Finally getting to Randwick's a big thing for it to come storming down the middle, and is a nice way to finish the day. Canazale got too far back last time. Live chance, and same as Robusto. The other couple I'll throw into the quaddie. What do you think here?
Yeah, I'm with you. I think the Democracy Manifest, this sets up perfectly for it here. Nash on board, ultra consistent of late. Just finding one better, but I don't think they will on the weekend. And it's my clear on top pick, with my saver being Arnaquer. I think third up, ready to put its best foot forward.
Beautiful. The Randwick quaddie. Just a thought I had, Beaver, during the week, given we landed a few multis based around what we tipped the other day. Write in, people, and let us know if you'd prefer maybe a multi instead of a quaddie at the end of these shows, given the sorry state of some of these quaddie pools and exotic pools these days might be the better option, but let us know. We'll stick with what we're doing for now. Did you have a thought, Beaver?
Happy to go whatever way you reckon.
Cool. Thanks for the input. Cool. Let's have a look at this. Let us know, punters. Let us know through our socials and on YouTube. Quaddie, though, for now. We'll go first leg. Number 1, 11-11. Number 4, Waihaha Falls. 6, Najmadi. 7, Fox Fighter. And 10, Brigantine. Second leg, 1 Hueta, 2 Sunshine Rising, 6 Riadini, 10 Skyman, 11 Atishu, 14 Diamil, 16 Dajran, and obviously if the favourite gets a start, it goes in. Third leg, 1 Nugget, 4 Cisco Bay, 7 Jojo Was a Man. We'll add Mahagoni in if Nugget comes out. And the last will come home with 2 Democracy Manifest, 13 Kanazawa, 16 Robusto. $100 gets you about a third of that. For progretracing.com.au, I'll make Nugget race 9 number 1 my best. And the value, as mentioned, race 8 number 10 Skyman. Beaver, what have you got?
Yeah, I'm going my best race 10 at number 2 Democracy Manifest. I think it's the best on the card. And my value bet comes up in race 4 number 4 Bonny Ezra.
Lovely. Check out progretracing.com.au. Check out everything going there. Tips, articles, stories, bookies, features. There's also coming soon, I believe, a comprehensive form guide. I haven't had up to that lately. What else do we need to plug? Check out socials. We're on Spotify, we're on YouTube. Check out Rugby League merch and get a cool hat like this one. And let's head to Hillside, where we have a good track again. The Rail and the True on the backup from Wednesday. A tidy little, I guess, half midweek card, half off-season Saturday we've got here. Anything exciting about this one?
Yeah, I think there's a few tricky races that are hard to line up, but as we get into the card, I think there's a couple of good winners in there.
The babies kick us off over the 1,000 to start the day. Anything caught your eye?
Nothing's caught my eye here. Happy to leave this one and watch how the track plays and see if anything jumps out of the ground here, but nothing for me in this. Just couldn't line them up.
I did like the pace that Cantalargo showed in its trials. I think crosses here in May take this field up. But yeah, not a big betting race. Energizer's been well educated. Blue colours trialled both ways, so we'll see how that comes down. But I'll watch and learn race definitely. Second over the 2,400 metres, benchmark 78. A couple of scratchings this morning, or just one, top weight. I'm going to stick with Kaituku, who led them up on the Sandown track a couple of weeks back, was saved from Wednesday for this, and just strikes essentially a midweek race here, where it's going to take them up again and lead them, and will give you a great sight. It's going to be in front for a long way in a field of, other horses, let's say, Beaver.
Yeah, I'm same with you. I think the market suggests this horse is going to run well, and this is not an overly strong race outside of what it looks to have a really good hold on. So if it can get out in front and control the pace, has a pretty decent record in these types of conditions. The only thing that was concerning me was the good track. Hasn't won on a good track before. It has done its best work on the softer goings. So that would be my only question mark, but still on top pick for me.
The third is a 1,400 metre benchmark 70. Probably the field, the race I struggled the most with on this card. How'd you line them up?
Yeah, a tricky little affair. The favourite was pretty good in its first 2 runs this preparation, but all of these top 3 runs have all been quite good of recent times. I've gone for Russian Roni. Just thought last run, after its first up run, a bit fitter, just led all the way there. I think, again, depending on the track it will lead them up again here. It might be just a bit too nippy and hardest to catch.
Yeah, I was spewing. I missed it last time out. I obviously was keen on it on the show first up, but missed that one. Anyway, couple at a price I might have a spec at. I'll need to revisit this race, but Froggy from the inside gate on No Drama, I think pushes forward and will make the favourite work there. And coming off a nice win, that horse, Hollymans, has run well since that it beat. And Calico Jack comes back from the best race where it was chasing home Casablanca last time out in Greece, and this is a nice drop in grade for it at a price, can run well again. But tricky little field. The mile benchmark 70 is up next, where I think this is a good little race here, and I'm sort of keen on one at a price here in Netanyahu. I mentioned it on the Wednesday show. I might have come out even on the Wednesday show, which sat outside lead in a race that featured most of these and beat all but the winner. that day and gets close to control of this race from that gate now, and a cozier run at $13 I think will give you a sight. Scared of the two arguably better horses though in Artica, who I was keen on going to Flemington and ran well enough there, caught wide, and Tasman Park, who we don't know the upside, unbeaten, but going to have a spec at a double figure price on Netanyahu for me here, Beaver.
Yeah, I'm going to go Tasman Park. I think it can continue on its winning way. Its last start won by a length, beat Obfuscation, who ran second on Wednesday behind River Plate.
Yep.
And that was a really good run, hit the line really hard there. I think River Plate could run well in this race. And therefore, given that it beat it, I think it's got a little bit of ability, so I'm going to have it on top.
The fifth is the mile benchmark 100. We were keen on Detonator Jack last time out. Was in the right part of the track. Is that the way you're going to butter up again?
100%. Yeah, I am going to. I think Detonator Jack looks super hard to beat here. Gets out to the 1600 metre now. It's ready for that. And I think the good track will only do it some favours. Greenfly finished hard and was very impressive last start, but I just think it had the better going, better track and the better sit. I think you won't see that on Saturday, and Detonator Jack will turn the tables.
Not much to add there. The sixth is a benchmark 78 over the 1400 metres. I like the upside. Life Lessons has this prep. It's come back pretty well. It was won well on the Lakeside track here last time out. Before that was a nice resumption. Drawn for a nice cosy run on inside there at Sandown. We'll know by now whether we need to be getting to the outside here, but given they've kept it fresh, I'd say inside shouldn't be too bad. I think it runs well again from Blistering, who's an honest trier and probably comes through the best form and actually comes off a breakthrough win. I like Mesquil in these sort of races, so they're the two I'm going to play. What do you make of this?
No, I'm going to go for UC. I know Life Lessons beat it last start, but I think UC's got some improvement out of that run. And I think that'll be enough to see it turn the tables. But this is a good race. I think there's lots of horses in here with some decent form. Bella T. Ritchie, I think it can run extremely well. Life Lessons, Road to Arataki, and even Blistering. So I think there's horses here that have got plenty of ability, but UC for me on top. I think it's just got the most out of all of these, and extra fitness, good sit here. Again, Maroney for me. I think it can have two in a row.
Agree, and I think we can follow the format of this race. Some of these will go back to midweek and run well here in 10 days or 14 days, and some will go to further Saturday, or even Santiro will improve here and perhaps improve third up. But on to the next. The 1800 metre benchmark 84. What's caught your eye here?
I got it down to two in the Cunning Fox and Shandon Burge. I thought both of those were the main two chances here. I really liked both of them. I'm going to go with just a little bit extra value in Shandon Burge, but I'll probably save on the Cunning Fox. I really liked the way it powered away last start at Moonee Valley. Prior to that, it was a nice second behind Matron Bullwinkle, which is got some ability. So, and then if you go back last preparation, it was running in a couple of Group 2 staying races as well. So I think this preparation, it's really improved and matured, can run really well. But the Cunning Fox from the Payne stable, it was a nice run as well last start behind a horse flying. So it can run well. The 1.5 kilos certainly assists. They're the two main chances for me, but Shandon Burge just on top of the Cunning Fox.
Yeah, I've gone the same way. I've gone Shandon Burge as well. It was a great win last time out. Before that, as you said, it sat outside lead that day and was only just nabbed late by Matron Bullwinkle, who's a talented mare. And I'm keen it runs well here. You've mentioned Cunning Fox is ready now, third up, and I do think a little trier holster is going to give you a sight. If you want one at a price, it's going to be leading on pace and the one they're going to have to run past. So they're the main three for me in this one. The eighth is a 1400 metre benchmark 84, where I am going to stick with the winning form in Savannah Cloud. Did get all the favours last time out, but did brain them there. Back to dry, should be okay and will run well. I think dry does also suit Ride and Rose better than there is where it resumed last time. Natural Improver, same as Do You Punk. And Imperial Lad is the one outside the market that's going to be on pace and again, bobbing up in front and the one they're going to have to run past. What do you like here?
Yeah, tough race. I just went for a bit of value and Do Your Punk. I think it's going really well, this preparation. The extra 200 will suit, runs on well in its races. Has placed over the distance before, and just at the double figure odds, had it on top. But you're right, Savannah Cloud is flying at the moment, and if it gets the sit, could be the one to catch.
And we're going to finish the day with 1,000-metre benchmark 70. Anything in this tough field for you?
Yeah, this is a very tough field here. I've sort of gone looking down the market a bit. I'm going to forgive Elite Icon, its last run at Ballarat, just in the heavy, just didn't seem to go. Dropped out pretty quickly there. I think back on the good track really suits. It's had 4 starts for 2 wins and 2 placings there. So I think it can run well. It's drawn 4. McAvoy's going well. And again, the double figure odds, I think it can give us a sight in the last.
I've gone with Stay in Touch here. Both trials in this time were lovely. A lightly raced horse, 1,000-metre specialist, and you're getting $7.50. Could potentially be the horse with the most upside. Pretty keen on it, actually. From Stabler, who's put it all together this prep. Couple of wins off the gelding, and again, another upside. Look, I went looking for the top 2, Blood Oath and Imperial Hilton. I couldn't get overly excited about either one. So, yeah, happy to play each way around. Stay in Touch. Have you got a quaddie for Sandown?
Of course I have.
Excellent. Can we hear it?
You can.
Thanks.
You're listening?
Sure.
Race leg 1, race 6. My numbers are number 1, Blistering, number 7, So You See, number 8, Bella Ritchie, and number 9, Life Lessons. Moving to the second leg, which is race 7, I've got number 3, Holster, number 6, C. Marie, number 12, The Cunning Fox, number 14, Shandon Burge. In the third leg, which is race 8, I have got number 3, He's Our Bonneville, number 6, Savannah Cloud, number 8, Do You Punk, and number 10, Right and Rose. And to finish off the day, I have gone number 5, Stay in Touch, number 6, Big Apple, number 8, Elite Icon, number 11, Midnight Charm.
Beautiful. And your best and value?
My best comes up in race 5, number 6, Detonator Jack. And my value comes up in race 7, number 14, Shandon Burge.
I struggled to find a best I really wanted to stamp, so I've made my best race 7, number 14, Shandon Burge. I think keen, it runs well there. And my value, race 6, number 13, at Netanyahu. What do we got for us in Queensland?
Yeah, got a few up in Queensland for us, mate, to build the bank. Race 1 at number 6, Argyle Lane. I think it'll be winning. We move further into the day. Just give me a sec. My other bets come up much later in the day. Race 5, number 6, Logan Street Lion. I think it can win. Race 6, number 1, Yarn Diva. And race 7, number 2, Shooting for Gold.
Race 3, number 5, Godfather, trialled well. The 2-year-old up there, I'm guessing, is going to Magics.
Yes.
For the Snowden team.
It is.
Yeah.
$1.70.
Yeah, just looking through there.
Bit of a wrap on that, but yeah, there's one for you as well. But I'm pretty confident with all 4 of those will run really well.
Race.
Get on, Daggy.
I will be, don't worry. And I will also be getting on Valana if all her legs are still attached and she turns up at. He turns up even at Ascot. I think he'll win there. Race 9, number 2, at around 8 o'clock on Saturday night. Anything else?
Nothing else for you, mate. Happy punting, happy weekend, stay safe. Enjoy yourself.
Can't finish any better. Catch you guys.